Section 28, Retirement. This will be a high-level summary. More in-depth explanations of some of the more technical subjects will follow in later videos. Defined benefit, also known as the A plan or our pension, remains intact with no change in benefit for any current or future pilot. Pilots retiring will have a new pension payment option to choose from called a pop-up joint and survivor. Like the current joint and survivor, this option slightly reduces your current benefit to provide lifetime benefits for both the pilot and a chosen beneficiary, often a spouse. However, unlike the current J&S, if the beneficiary predeceases the pilot, the benefit for the surviving pilot pops up to the unreduced straight life amount it would have been if the pilot had elected a pilot-only benefit. Former Tiger pilots who have a benefit under the FTL pension have been required to elect the same payment option from both the FTL and FedEx pensions. They will now be able to elect different forms of benefit payment as they see fit. We have put in provisions protecting your pension beneficiary in the event a pilot dies after the date they retire but before they commence receiving their benefit. Sick leave buyback. This provides cash to the pilot upon retirement if the pilot provides advance notice of their intended retirement date and actually retires on that date. The date may be any December 31st after their 60th birthday or any day in the month they turn 65. The benefit is derived from a formula taking into account your final 24 months of earnings and your closing DSA bank balance. In no case can it exceed $110,000. Also, for those pilots age 54 and above with 10 or more years of service, an additional cash payment up to $40,000 is provided upon retirement with the same advance notice requirements. Defined contribution, also known as the B plan. The company B plan contribution will increase to 8% of eligible earnings on January 1, 2016. That contribution will increase again to 9% on January 1, 2020. Overall, this is a 28.5% increase in company contributions to your B plan. We currently receive company B plan contributions on eligible earnings up to an IRS limit. Currently, if Congress were to lower that limit, as they did in 1993, the company would only have to contribute the agreed upon percentage on earnings up to the lowered limit. This risk has been removed in this TA by negotiating what we call a high water mark. If the limit is lowered, the company will now be required to contribute the agreed upon percentage on the highest of any current or previous limit. For amounts not eligible to be contributed to the PRSP, they will pay you in cash. Currently, pilots are only allowed to make pre-tax 401k contributions. We have negotiated the option for pilots to make both after-tax Roth 401k contributions and catch-up contributions. You will also be able to convert any or all of your pre-tax DC balances to a Roth account. Unlike a Roth IRA, there are no income limits for eligibility for Roth 401k. Pilots will now be able to contribute 50% of their earnings to their pre-tax or Roth 401k and up to 20% to their after-tax account. While IRS limits still apply, this will allow a pilot the increased financial flexibility to take maximum advantage of their 401k and after-tax accounts. Pilots will be able to elect auto-rebalancing of their DC plan monies. What does this mean? Let's say you want to maintain 60% in Fund X and 40% in Fund Y. Over time, your 60-40 mix may skew as the market moves these two funds. Auto-rebalance lets you elect to have your account automatically traded back to the 60-40 split on a regular time frame. The pilot's Money Purchase Pension Plan, or PMPPP, will be merged into the pilot's Retirement Savings Plan, or PRSP. This is being done to simplify our retirement system as well as take advantage of beneficial governmental safe harbors. Currently, pilots are restricted from accessing Vanguard's investment advice. Going forward, pilots will have access to those services. New hire pilots currently are unable to contribute their own money into the PRSP until 6 months of service. Company 401k match and B plan contributions don't start until 12 months of service. Going forward, new hires will be eligible to start contributing as well as receive company matches and contributions on the first day of the month following 1 month of service. New hire pilots and any pilot not currently contributing 3% to their 401k will be automatically enrolled in the 401k at 3%. This contribution will be auto-escalated to 6% the second year, 9% the third year, and 10% in the fourth year. This is there to make sure that a pilot does not miss the opportunity to get the company 401k match and put away pre-tax dollars into their DC plan. A pilot may opt out of this program at any time. Pilots are currently allowed to withdraw funds from their PRSP at age 59.5 without penalty, but are unable to withdraw from their PMPPP until retirement. Going forward, pilots will be able to access their PMPPP monies at the government safe harbor age 62. Currently, pilots are restricted from accessing their DC savings for 45 days after retirement. We removed that limitation, allowing access as soon as practicable following retirement. Investment options available in the PRSP shall be the lowest cost share class for which the plan qualifies, with the exception of brokerage. Additionally, except for annual fund operating expenses and individual service fees from things a pilot may choose to use, like brokerage, the company will pay all other expenses of the DC plans. Which brings us to brokerage. For many years, ALPA has endeavored through its Pilot Investment Committee to broaden the menu of investment options in our DC plans. We have met with some success. Some pilots desire asset classes outside of our current lineup. For them, we negotiated a brokerage window in our PRSP that would allow any investment permitted for a qualified plan under the law within the capabilities of the record keeper. This will include stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, options, etc., with the only exception being that you may not invest in FedEx stock. A pilot will now have the option to enlist the services of a professional third-party financial advisor to directly manage their DC plan. Upon retirement, distribution options from your PRSP have been increased to add flexibility and let you keep your money in the plan, which enjoys low institutional pricing as long as you would like. Vanguard is the current record keeper of our DC plans. A search will be conducted to see if there is a better vendor for the PRSP. Some general improvements that we negotiated are improved transparency through increased data sharing on retirement plans, better defined roles for the Pilot Investment Committee, newly established retirement board to work through administrative, implementation, or other systemic issues with the retirement system. In the past, if for any reason a pilot was overpaid by a retirement plan, they were expected to pay everything back immediately. We have negotiated that unless required by law, the company can only go back 48 months to recoup overpayments to pilots. Normal retirement age. Recent regulatory changes by the IRS may require a change to the normal retirement age under our retirement plans from age 60 to 62. Don't panic. If this change is required, the company has agreed that the total amount of benefits payable under the plans shall be no less than the amount of retirement benefits that would have been payable if the normal retirement age had remained at age 60. It is critical to understand that this change is only needed to keep our retirement plans qualified under IRS regulations. This will not decrease the benefit of any pilot. A pilot will still be able to retire with full benefits at age 60. As you have heard here today, this TA will bring many improvements to our retirement system. You likely have many questions. We hope to answer those questions with our follow-on videos featuring deeper explanations and example scenarios. These are the highlights of Section 28, Retirement.